I remember I was kneeling one day praying to God because I just hated myself. I thought I wasn't normal. And I remember I texted my friend Kayla that night. From there on, it just changed like everything. Hello everybody, welcome back to Chiquito Cam. In this video, I will be explaining my whole experience being gay and also growing up in the church. So if you guys don't already know, I am an ex-Pentecostal Christian, and growing up gay was very, very hard. And so I'm gonna try my best to break it down. I'm gonna try my best not to cry because this is a very like personal like experience. And I just struggled my entire life. And so now that I'm, talking about it on camera, it's just something a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get started. So when I was in elementary school, I noticed that I had a lot of female friends and I didn't have like very male friends. And in third grade, that's when I met my best friend, and we're still like friends now. And she happens to be a female. Her name's Lainey. Lainey, if you're watching this, hello. But anyways, like we've always been like best friends. Like we were always like together, and like a lot of people would like ship us, or like they would like want us to be in a relationship. Especially like in middle school, like a lot of people were like pushing us to be like in a relationship, but that's not what I wanted. And that's not what Lainey wanted either. Like one time there's like, it's called like dual, not dual credit, but dual language, where like these students, like they learn like both English and Spanish, like the topics in English and Spanish. And for some reason those people were like bullies. Like they wanted us to be in a relationship. Like they were trying to bully us into being in a relationship. But again, like that's not what we wanted. Like we just wanted to be friends, and we were like very close. Like if I was straight, like I would want to be with her. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm I'm not attracted to her, so it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think like she's like my soulmate. And Lainey, yes, you are my soulmate. Like we share the same birthday. We have like similar like family dynamic. We just have like everything similar. It's like very creepy. And then I noticed that I also loved Disney growing up. I love going to Disneyland. I love going to the Disney parks. Um, that's something that I want to do like in the future, like once I get like my big boy job. I'm planning on like traveling and especially going to Disney because that's what I like doing. And men who love Disney, it's a little suspicious. And so I love Disney a lot, or like other like traditionally like feminine things. Like I've always wanted to like wear like makeup, or like sometimes I would like pretend that I had like long hair. Um, and growing up Christian, I didn't really think much of that. Like I didn't really process what I liked, if that makes sense. And in fifth grade, that's when I like started learning violin, and that's when I like discovered that like I had a new talent in music. And I'm not trying to like create stereotypes here, but like men that are good at music are more than likely gay, right? But I didn't really think much of this. Like I liked feminine things. I liked Disney. I liked like playing violin. And so when I truly like was like kind of questioning my sexuality was probably like during high school when I like went through puberty and all that. And I remember I just had like all these feelings towards like men. Like I noticed that I wasn't having any feelings towards women at all. And so I just built up a lot of like self-hatred in myself. I was also like extremely like homophobic. Like even my friends could like testify that like I was extremely homophobic in high school, especially like freshman year, sophomore year. And I'm planning on like featuring one of them just so that like you guys can get their perspective too. But I was a very homophobic person, and that's because like I had like internalized homophobia, that's what they call it. And I didn't know what that was. But like since I was taught that being gay is wrong, I was trying to suppress that feeling inside of me. and I was like abstaining from like having like relationships with men, and I think I took it out on other people, and I think that's honestly wrong, and like I do regret doing that, like obviously. But it was just something that I was going through like eternally. I remember in church I would preach against it like too. Like I would literally be chosen to preach that day, and I would preach against homosexuality. Like one time I did a sermon on like on Sodom and Gomorrah, how like God destroyed the city because like they were gay, and like that's reading like the passage, right, and actually understanding what happened. It's not because they were gay, but it's because it was literally gang. I saw it from a certain lens that was not like correct, and I strongly like just did not interpret that passage well, and the people like in my church were like gonna agree with it because like everybody in that church believes that like being gay is wrong. And I have no idea if this sermon is online, and I'm hoping that it is online because my church does do like live streams on YouTube, and I'm gonna try to find it, but hopefully it's there so that I can react to it. But yeah, I would like preach against it, and the more that I kind of like meditated on like my feelings and stuff, I just like couldn't hold it any longer. And I just want to say like thank you to like my friend. Like she has been like very supportive of me. Her name is Kayla. And I remember that night, like I'm trying not to be emotional right now, but I remember I was kneeling one day praying to God because I just hated myself. I thought I wasn't normal. And I remember I texted my friend Kayla that night, and I was like, you know what, I need to tell you something. And she's the first person I've ever came out to. And I was texting her and I said, like, please don't judge me, but I am having like these feelings towards men and I don't know why. And then she says, like, it's okay. Like, I fully support you. And from there on, it just changed like everything. Sorry guys, I said I wasn't gonna cry, but I and so like I just didn't know what to do like with myself. Like I felt disgusting because I was feeling like these feelings towards men, and I remember I texted her like, should I speak to the church leaders about this? And she was like strongly against it. She's like, no, don't. And my dumbass, okay, I was like, no, I need to tell someone. I need to tell someone. I, like, guys, like, I was going through it. Like, even though, like, my friend told me that, like, it's okay, like, that she supports me, I still was brainwashed to believe that it was wrong. So I needed to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, I just fixed the part that, like, of holding it, right? But I didn't fix like the underlying issue was that it's okay. And so I told Kayla, I was like, I need to like tell someone, I need to tell someone. And this was like the stupidest thing I've ever done. But I decided to text my youth leader about this. And I actually told them that I was like like I felt bisexual just to seem like a little bit straight. Because I know a lot of gay people, they initially say like, oh, I'm bisexual, but they're actually just gay. And like I don't want to go like too much into detail because I am planning on doing it like another video on that. But basically I told him that I was like bisexual, and this youth leader happened to be my cousin. And I do commend him because he didn't tell anybody. At least I don't think so, because I made him promise like you cannot tell a single soul about this. And so like I basically came out to like my friend and my cousin in the same day or the same night, and it was just a lot that happened. So I am still not out to my parents. It is a huge struggle because I do still live with them because I am like getting my degree in medical laboratory science. And so like once I do get that degree, that's when I'm like planning on moving out. And you're probably like, how are you recording this? Like, are they not hearing you? And it's because they're at church. It happens to be Sunday, so I find that funny. The reason why I don't want to tell them is because I've heard a lot of stories that like the parents like become abusive to their child and they start controlling them, and that's not what I want, right? I don't want my parents to be controlling me, and I'd rather just them not know, just in case they do happen to kick me out of the house. Like I don't want that to happen. And so like I just want to do it for my safety, but I am planning on coming out to them after I graduate and like when I do move out. And I just want to take a moment to like thank everybody who has supported me, like my friends, even my family. I did come out to my aunt like very recently. It was kind of like a very magical thing, and I'm planning on making a video about that because it was a very emotional thing, and she was just very supportive of me, and I do want to share that experience with you guys. So right now I want to explain like how religious cults can really manipulate people into believing that like gay people are so evil, gay people are like so disgusting. And I could prove it right now because I had an experience like with my parents in the car, and this was when my dad wasn't like very religious, like he was kind of starting and like transitioning into being religious. And I remember my dad asked my mom like, why is being gay wrong if like it's between like two consensual like or two consenting adults? And then she was like, well, they choose because my cousin is gay, and my obviously my mom doesn't support it, and my dad doesn't support it right now, right, because he's religious now. But she was like, oh, like they could change. It's because like he dated a woman one time and like now he's with like a guy. And I'm like, first of all, people can be bisexual. Second of all, a lot of gay people are conditioned to, or like they're forced to be in straight relationships. That's why like DLs exist. Or if you guys don't know what DLs are, they're basically like straight people who are like they're secretly gay, and like they like hook up with men, and but they still label themselves as straight, but that's bullshit. Anyways, so she was saying like, oh, he's just bisexual and all that, and I'm like, okay, well, a lot of gay men like they even have kids because they're so afraid of like coming out, you know what I mean? So they're forced to be in a straight relationship because that's seen as the norm. And so my mom was kind of just like manipulating his mind to think like that, right? And that's what the church has been doing this entire time. And so now my dad believes that being gay is wrong, and he like is strictly like against it. Like he even watches like street preaching, you know, like those street preachers that like they bother people like in the street and they're like, you're going to hell, blah blah blah, like all that bullshit, right? And he likes to watch those videos, and specifically like this channel that speaks like very strongly like against homosexuality, and like I don't know why he keeps watching it. And like it came to a certain point where like I started to believe that he was getting suspicious that I was gay. And it kind of did scare me, but it's like I'm trying my best not to tell them. Like it does suck because I have to constantly lie to them, and it's just it has been like very hard. And so now that I'm in college, I think it has gotten better, at least like mentally, because I like all these memories like from the church and just being like suppressed, like suppressing my feelings and stuff. Like now that I could like talk about it with friends, like talk about it like I don't know, like with other people, it made me feel better because I didn't really have that in high school. At least for like my first 3 years of high school. And I don't know, it's just been like a very like a lot better experience than I had like in the church. And yes, I am still healing from it, and I think it's gonna take a lot of time to like heal from all that religious trauma, but I think I am doing better. I started dating like in college. I didn't date, like I didn't have like that teenage love phase, right? Which is very sad, honestly. But like now that I'm in college, I have a little bit more freedom. I'm able to like start dating, and currently I am like with someone, and with a very special someone. So this month is Pride Month, so it was like a perfect opportunity to do this video. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys give a like, and make sure you guys subscribe, and then comment down below. I want to hear your guys' experiences. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video.